A 2017 homicide suspect is accused of killing his Bexar County Jail cellmate. The City Council votes to ban e-scooter riding on San Antonio sidewalks. And an Alamo City student makes the National Spelling Bee Finals. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Friday, May 31st. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Authorities say a man awaiting trial on a murder charge killed another inmate with his bare hands at the Bexar County Jail. Sheriff Javier Salazar says Thursday a detention deputy noticed blood pooling underneath the door of a unit while making cell checks at about 1:28 p.m. in the maximum security area of the jail. The deputy then found an unresponsive inmate in the cell with severe facial and head injuries, while his cellmate, 31-year-old Shandrick Van Anthony Buckley, was asleep in his bunk bed. The deputy called for backup as he entered the cell to take custody of Buckley and administer first aid to the inmate, and medical personnel continued life-saving measures. However, the inmate was pronounced dead at 1:47 p.m. The deceased 31-year-old has not been identified because next of kin have not been notified. Buckley was in maximum security because of an alleged assault on a deputy earlier in the week and is now being moved to the most maximum secured area of the jail. He now faces a murder or capital murder charge for the killing. Buckley is African American and does not have a history of being a gang-related inmate and has been in jail since September 2017, accused of stomping another man to death. Sheriff Salazar says the victim is believed to be a former member of the Aryan Brotherhood and was moved to maximum security because he suffered minor injuries during a physical disturbance with two other inmates earlier that day. He had been in jail for charges of fraudulent use of identification, credit card abuse, abuse of a controlled substance, and theft charge. Authorities report no weapons were found in the cell and that the deceased inmate appears to have been beaten with bare hands. San Antonio sidewalks might lose the rush and whir of electric scooters sooner than expected. A scooter riding prohibition on sidewalks likely would have been imposed this fall, but Thursday the City Council voted to speed it up, and by June 30th, legal ridership will be limited to streets, along with bicycles and other traffic. Council member John Courage said he saw no good reason to wait, and while most of his colleagues agreed, don't expect tough fines or a citywide crackdown by vigilant scooter police. Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Council member Roberto Trevino seemed to speak for a majority Thursday when they said they weren't seeking strict overnight enforcement that might send an unwelcome message to the tourists who make up a large part of the e-scooter riding population, and recommended for police to use discretion while enforcing the new sidewalk restriction. Thursday's amendment to the city's scooter ordinance passed 9-1, with only Councilmember Manny Pelaez dissenting. The council also extended the permits of the 7 companies currently operating scooters in the city and gave informal approval for city staff to proceed with a request for proposals process that by October will reduce the number of companies to 3 and impose a set of new requirements, including an annual permit fee of $100 per vehicle and a one-time fee of $25,000, which the city says will be used to pay for more police overtime, education programs, and administrative costs. Mandatory helmets for scooter users, however, will not be included in the new requirements. And a San Antonio student advanced to the finals of the Scripps National Spelling Bee before an endangered fish-eating freshwater reptile took her out of contention. 11-year-old Harini Logan finished in the top 30, but was eliminated Thursday during the first of 2 televised sessions of the finals when she misspelled the word gharial. Logan has participated in the national competition 2 years in a row and advanced to the national competition in Maryland after winning the 66th annual Express News Spelling Bee in March. Last year, she was eliminated in the third round of the National Bee and finished in a tie for 323rd place. The final 16 spellers competed in the primetime final round on ESPN on Thursday night, which ended in an unprecedented 8-way tie after each speller correctly completed the 20th and final round. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Friday, May 31st. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.